there, welcome to my channel. Today's video is talking about relationships and kind of to help you have healthy relationships and make sure all the relationships you have in your life are worth it. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but there's a lot of things that can bring you down, and having toxic relationships is one of them. So here on my channel, I want to help you be the best you that you can be, and with that in mind, you have to sometimes cut out people that aren't healthy for you or that are actually hurting you. It sounds crazy, but I saw this quote on Instagram, and I'm going to share it with you right now, that really resonated with me, because when I turned 18, I actually cut a lot of toxic people out of my life that are blood. That's why I don't believe in that whole thing that blood is thicker than water. No, family is people who are around you and want to support you and love you. They don't have to be blood. So, this quote here says, "You're allowed to terminate toxic relationships. You're allowed to walk away from people who hurt you. You don't owe anyone an explanation for taking care of yourself." And it doesn't say who said it, but that just really made a lot of sense to me and made me realize that I need to film this video, because I just think that that's so important. It is taking care of yourself. It's not being selfish. It's not being mean. Because you don't have to hate the person. All the people that I cut out of my life, I don't hate them. I don't have anything towards them. When I see them around, we don't live in the same town or even near each other, but if I see them, I wave. Don't hug me. I don't want to touch you, and I don't want you to touch me. But we're good. I don't want to fight you. I'm an adult. There's nothing like that. It's just goodbye. You're only in my life to better yourself. You don't care about me. So I would not like you in my life. It's as simple as that. And I want to tell you that all your relationships, your best friend, your parents, siblings, your significant other, they should all be. It's hard when people say it's a two-way street, because it absolutely should be. There are some times where you can't be as communicative as you might like. For instance, you might be working, you might be in school, you might be really, really busy. But it shouldn't be you reaching out to them all the time and them not even responding, or them reaching out to you and you not even responding with a text saying busy, talk later. Or love you, hope you're doing well, can't talk. There has to be some kind of reciprocation. And the other thing is that understand that just because you're doing all these things for someone, they might be doing things back for you, but they're not going to be exactly the same. So that's sometimes hard in a marriage, when you feel like, wow, I cook, I clean, I do all these things, and he doesn't cook for me and he doesn't clean up after me. Yes, that may be true, but him giving is not the same exact thing as giving what you're giving. I don't know if that makes sense. This might be a kind of jumbled video, but I just felt like I needed to film this because it's just important to me and my life. You need people in your life that are positive. You don't need people in your life that are going to drag you down. And that is definitely how I got to where I am today, is by having positive people surrounding me. If somebody's negative, I'm going to say, goodbye, I don't need that. You don't have to be rude, you don't have to be anything, but you have the right to cut people out of your life. And it is perfectly normal, it's perfectly okay. It is not right for somebody to want to drag you down and only care about themselves. It's just not. I think a lot of people think that's normal, because that's sometimes how family functions. I grew up in a huge family with a lot of that. A lot of people being takers and not givers, and not being kind and not having good intentions. And if people don't have good intentions and they're not kind, you don't need them in your life. You're going to be so much more successful without them. You're going to feel so much better. The other thing is make sure one of you is always, there's going to be times where you're going to be down. You're going to feel negative. You're going to feel upset. Something's going on in your life. Anybody that's worth having a relationship, you should be able to call them and they will lift you back up. They will be there to pull you up. They will put you on their back and run with you to get you into a better place. My relationship with my best friend is like that. My husband, my dad. I talk to my dad almost every day. And if he needs to vent, I'm there for him to lift him back up. If I need to vent, he's there for me to pull me back up. My best friend, we Snapchat all day, honestly. We Snapchat several times a day. We text. We are there for each other. Even though we're not physically, 2 minutes away like we'd love to be. You just need to be there for each other. You don't have to live next door to each other. You don't have to see each other every single day. You shouldn't have to clear your whole day for someone, because otherwise they're not going to be your friend, or they're going to be mad at you if you can't. That's not what it's about. It's about being there when you need them the most, knowing that if something is really going on, that you can call them and they will be there for you. Whether it's physically, whether it's to help you move because something happened, whether it's to bring you out of the dumps, that's what you need. My husband and I, of course, we see each other the most out of everyone. And we are always bringing each other up. If one of us is down, it's like, you know what? That's okay. Screw it. Just keep on pushing. Keep on going. It's a wonderful thing when you have so many people around you that support you and that you could call or text and they'll be there to bring you up or, give you what you need over the phone or anything. And I think that's especially important, with the person that you marry, because if you don't feel that support and you don't feel that mutual give, even if, like I said, it's not going to be the same exact things. Sometimes you go through moments where you're like, I'm doing everything. Or sometimes I even go through moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, my husband does so much and I do nothing. Because he's the main person making money for us and everything like that. But then I think in my head, wait, stop, don't think that way. You do this for him, you do that for him. It's even, but it's not the same. It just, think about it. If you both did the same exact things for each other, let's say neither of you cook and clean for each other, but you both work and make money for each other and fix the cars and everything, you'd pretty much just be doing it for yourself. I don't know if that makes sense, but there's always got to be different things, different roles that you take on, and you have to both be willing to give. Of course, if I'm sick, like tonight, my husband made dinner. I just was out late at school and everything like that, and I hadn't fully completed the meal plan, so he hopped on it and made us dinner. That's what you need. You need to be a team that sees your weaknesses and the other person jumps in when you're feeling weak and helps you feel strong again. That's really what it's about. If you're feeling self-conscious, if you're feeling anything, you should be able to say something and your best friend or your husband or whoever can be there to bring you right back up. That's why you need to surround yourself with positive people. Because let me tell you, if you're feeling negative and upset and you're feeling down about yourself, you call a negative person or somebody that's not really there for you, they're going to be like, well, listen to my problems. I don't really care about yours. Or they'll just be like, well, yeah, you are. Yeah, you are, your hair is horrible. And that's not going to help you. That's not going to bring you up to where you need to be. You need to surround yourself with positive people so you can succeed. And cut those people out that are hurting you, because there is no reason to have them. If they've hurt you over and over, they're not going to stop. I'm here to tell you. That's the dang truth. I just wish that I could express to you how much better, how good it feels, not much better, but how good it feels to cut people out of your life that are negative. It is so much better. And you don't feel guilty. When you have negative people in your life, sometimes you feel guilty. You're like, oh my gosh, I didn't contact them. They're going to be mad at me. They're going to be... And it's like, no, that's not how it should be. You should be able to be like, I'm so sorry. I was in class all day, got home, and I just knocked out. And that positive person's going to be like, girl, good for you. You needed that. You know, it's, if you've had only negative relationships in your life, or you have a lot of negative relationships in your life, you will notice the difference. It's not always easy to find positive people, but they are out there. Go find them. And if you are feeling negative and you're surrounded by negativity, go out and get around people. There are times when my husband and I have like cabin fever from being in the apartment so much, and we're just feeling frustrated and like upset and negative. You know, both of us are feeling negative and we just are having a hard time pulling each other out. Then we get out of the apartment. I'm sorry if you're hearing my bird right now. I don't know why he's so mad. He's angry about negativity right now, I guess. You need to get out of wherever you are. If you're feeling trapped or whatever, physically get out. Go for a walk. It doesn't have to be something super expensive. You don't have to go spend money, because sometimes that's what it's about for us. I mean, at this point in our life, sometimes it's like, wow, like we're feeling like we don't have the money for this, or that we can't afford a house right now. We're feeling upset about it. We get out and you go get around people. And when people smile at you or you smile at people, it makes you feel so much better. Yes. There are times when I smile and people walk by me and they're talking crap about me or my outfit or my hair or whatever, and it does sometimes annoy me. But you know what? I just keep smiling because it's worth it to me. I'm happy. I'm sorry if you're not happy and you have to try to drag other people down. But I'm happy and I want to help others be happy. And there are some times where you smile and somebody tells you like, oh my gosh, you just made my day by smiling at me. I've had like a horrible day. And that's what it's about. It's about getting out there and helping other people that you don't even know. And it helps yourself by going to walk around. Honestly, go to Trader Joe's and get a little coffee sample and an actual sample, like of food. And buy something small, like a chocolate bar, or whatever you're feeling. Or don't get anything. Go to Costco, walk around and get samples. Like I said, go for a walk. Just get out of your area. Get out of where you're feeling negative, and you can come back to it. This even helps when you're working on homework and stuff too. Sometimes you're just like stuck somewhere in your homework and you're just frustrated and upset. It's not going to help you to sit there and dwell on it. Get out and go to Starbucks. Get out and go walk around Kohl's, whatever store you like. Target. It will make you feel so much better to have some human interaction. Or if you know somebody has a dog that you love or an animal that you love and you can go see them, go do that. You know, it's just taking care of yourself. So that quote is what I wanted to start off this video. And I just wanted to say, like, be cautious with who you have in your life. If you need to, reevaluate who you have in your life. And if you need to cut some people out, do it. Because ultimately, you need to do what's best for you. You know? I know that's like a hard thing, and I think when I first met my husband was when all of this was going on in my life with negative people and everything, and I cut them out. And I think his family still thinks that I'm pretty, like, hardcore, because I do. I will cut you out of my life. I have no problem with it, because it's not right for you to do that to me. And if we're not, if we're not on the same page and we don't have this positivity, this vibe going together, then it's not worth having you in my life. And you don't want to be in my life if you're just going to drag me down and you're just here to be fake. Goodbye. I've just had too many situations and too many people like that around me since I was little. I mean, people even being mean to me when I was little. Like, come on, I was not even a teenager yet. So I'm so happy all those people are gone. There are times where I do think about things that I did with them, like when I was little, like, oh, we used to hang out and that was fun. And, I still totally think about that. And that does make me a little bit sad. But ultimately, when I think about it, I'm like, that wasn't really them. That was not who they are. That was just a fun time with somebody else because they were not real. So don't keep people in your life that are bringing you down. If you need to reevaluate your relationship with your significant other or anything like that, do it. It's going to be better for both of you if you're not happy. Any relationship that you have. So just beware of who you have in your life. And I know this sounds like a negative rant in a way, but it's definitely not. It will make you feel so much better to be surrounded by positive people that actually love you and you love them, and it's a mutual feeling. So get out there and make yourself positive and be the best you that you can be so that you can succeed. And I wanted to add that it's okay to fight. Not physically and not anything like that, but to argue is totally fine with anybody. With your best friend, with your family, with your significant other. It is okay to argue. You are not going to agree on everything. And I see this a lot because I feel like people are like, they were the perfect couple, they never argued. And then it's somebody like splitting up or was like physically violent. And I'm like, yes, because if you never argue, there is something wrong. Now, I'm not saying you should have blowout arguments where somebody sleeps on the couch every week. Not at all. But it is okay to have a difference of opinion, and it is okay to express that. There are times where my husband and I have just been frustrated, like not even at each other, and we're just like yell talking in the car. Like we get in the car from somewhere and we're both frustrated because like we can't get our point across or something like that, and we just are like yelling, but it's not even like an argument. We're just yelling because we need that extra energy out, and we just start yelling, and we're just, after that, we're totally fine. And like in the middle of it, we're like, I love you, but this and that, like, so it is okay to argue. That is like the biggest thing that I want to get across, because I think that when you're young and, you know, I want to say that I remember being this way, thinking like, wow, like people that are really in love or people that are really meant to be, they don't argue and they don't fight. Like that is untrue. You fight with your best friend, you fight with your family, you fight with your significant other. You just do. You're not going to agree on everything. I'm opinionated, my husband's opinionated, you know. It's okay to have a difference of opinion. You don't have to like shame the other person for their difference of opinion. You can stand up for what you believe in still, and you don't have to agree on everything. That's okay. In life, you realize that you're not going to agree with everyone on every single thing, and that's okay. The point of it is making it work. You know, you don't have to agree, but if you love each other and you work at it, it's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with disagreements. So I wanted to put that out there because I just think that that often gets misconstrued. Is that like, wow, they never fought. Like, well, if somebody never argues or never, like, gets upset, like, maybe there's no passion, and it's just not, that's just not accurate. That's just not human to not ever argue or to not ever, it's just not. From every relationship I've come across in my life, if you don't argue, then you maybe don't care. Because if somebody that I don't care about starts saying something I don't agree with, I'm just like, you know what, I really don't care about that person. I'm not going to get into it. You can think that way, I'm just not going to comment. But if somebody I love or somebody that I care about and I want to share my opinion, I do it. You don't have to be mean, you don't have to be belittling, but you can share your opinion, and that's okay to disagree. That's all I want for everyone in the world, is to be able to be happy with what they're doing and succeed. So give this a thumbs up, like if you like. Please subscribe so you don't miss me. And if there's anything you want to know or anything you want me to do a video on, let me know down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.